History of Bloody Mary. Do you dare to call her name? To face the reflection that's not your own? Welcome to a nightmarish journey into the terrifying world of Bloody Mary. A name, a curse, and a spirit that lurks in the darkness. But be warned, once you say her name, there's no turning back. Every legend has a place where it begins. For Bloody Mary, it begins in a mirror. The reflection that holds more than just your image. They say if you look deeply enough, you can see her staring back. But she's not really you, is she? Say her name and she'll come. The mirror becomes a portal. You see, the reflection isn't just glass. It's a gateway, and through that gateway, something else watches you. That was never human. Something that wants to cross over. Legend tells us that if you stand in front of a mirror in a dark room, light a candle, and chant Bloody Mary 3 times, she will appear. But the questions linger. Who is she really? Some say she is the ghost of a young woman who died tragically, seeking revenge for her death. Others say she was a witch, cursed for dabbling in dark rituals. But what's most terrifying isn't just her appearance, it's the thing she'll do when you summon her. She comes for one reason, to take you. To drag you into the world beyond the glass. Imagine standing in front of the mirror, your breath catching in your throat. You whisper Bloody Mary, but nothing happens. Or so you think. But the air is thick. Something feels off. And then you hear it, sound of a distant, chilling whisper. You called me. Some say she scratches your face, leaving marks that never heal. Others say she'll reach out from the mirror, pulling you in, dragging you into the reflection, leaving your body behind. The horror doesn't stop there. For some, Bloody Mary doesn't just appear as a figure. She shows you things. Horrible things. Horrors from the past, or visions of death that haunt your every step. But who is this spirit? Is she just a myth, a twisted tale from an old urban legend, or is she something far more dangerous? Let me introduce you to the woman who may have inspired the legend, Queen Mary I of England, the one they called Bloody Mary. During her reign, Mary burned hundreds of Protestants alive at the stake. Her name became synonymous with death and terror. Her legacy stained with blood. And it's said that she never truly left. Her spirit, angry and vengeful, is believed to haunt the world, one mirror at a time. Could Bloody Mary be the vengeful ghost of Queen Mary, still seeking retribution for the blood on her hands? Or is there something more sinister at play? Let's talk about the ritual. You may think it's just a game, something fun to try at sleepovers. But many who've attempted to summon Bloody Mary have experienced things they can't explain. They say you can hear her breathing. Cold, wet breaths that come from the mirror. You see her eyes watching you from the reflection, her lips twisted into an evil smile. And that's when the real terror begins. Sound of distant whispers. Don't look away. What happens next depends on who you ask. Some say she'll curse you, leaving you marked with a sign you can't see until it's too late. Others claim she drags you into the mirror, trapping you in her world. But one thing is certain, when you call her, you risk everything. Now, let's talk about the curse that follows you after you summon Bloody Mary. There's a reason people whisper her name in fear. Some believe that anyone who dares to summon her will face her wrath for the rest of their lives. People report strange occurrences after calling her name: flickering lights, strange noises in the night, and the feeling of being watched. In some cases, people claim they hear her voice calling to them from their mirrors days after the ritual. One thing's for sure, once you summon her, she's never truly gone. You might think you're safe, but the reflection in the mirror is always waiting. Countless people claim to have seen Bloody Mary in their own reflections, and their stories are chilling. One man tells of how he called her name just once in a school bathroom. At first, nothing happened, but then he noticed a cold hand on his shoulder. When he turned around, there was no one there. He looked back at the mirror. Her face was staring back at him with eyes that seemed to pierce his soul. Another woman recalls a strange encounter when she called her name in front of a mirror at a party. She thought it was just a prank, but then the reflection changed. Her eyes widened in terror as she saw Bloody Mary standing behind her, her face twisted in a grotesque grin. So, are you brave enough to summon Bloody Mary yourself? Or will you stay far away from the mirror, knowing that sometimes it's better not to call on the things that dwell in the dark? Sound of a door creaking open, followed by an eerie laugh. Remember, once you say her name, she's never truly gone.